Further, to avoid the residual stresses or quench cracks, one of the way is to perform heat treatment known as mar quenching or mar tempering. As we have seen, the residual stresses produced as the component size is large and the inside austenite is still warm, but the outside surface austenite is cooled and transformed to martensite, as shown by these two curves. Here, this purple shows the outside temperature, and that is cooled down to the complete transformation of the martensite. At this temperature, still the inside component is austenite. Now here this purple is showing the outer layer of the austenite that is transformed to martensite, whereas this red curve that shows the inside cooling of the austenite that is has still to transform to martensite. And all this is happening because the entire component is not transforming to martensite at the same time. The outer layer or shell, this outer layer or shell transforms first and then subsequently the inside is transformed to martensite. If by some way we equalize the inside and the surface temperature, then this problem could be resolved. Now coming back to again the TTT diagram, the same TTT diagram, and we have two quenched curves like this, and another curve that is showing the cooling rate, the fast cooling rate of the surface. Still we have a stable phase of austenite here. This is the eutectite temperature, this is the nose temperature, and here we have the austenite plus perlite, we have the perlite, here we have the austenite plus bainite. This is the start of the martensite temperature and this is finish of the martensite temperature. Now what is happening here? Now instead of further cooling of the temperature of austenite to transform into the martensite, if we hold this temperature here instead of lowering this temperature to further crosses the start of the martensite, and we kept holding this temperature, and same for the case of outer layer of the component that is again held at same very temperature and kept it holding for some time. Now this temperature we say this is the quench temperature. Where we hold the temperature for further cooling. So we find that above the start of the martensite, let the temperature lag, time lag is there for unstable austenite which has to be transformed to bainite, and before that transforming you further cool the austenite, let it transform to Martensite. So this time can be used to equalize the inside and the outside temperature of the component, and this is the idea behind that is the result of Mark quenching or Mark tempering. And if we consider the inside outside cooling curves and inside cooling beyond the start of the Martensite, we interrupt the cooling before the start of the Martensite. So we can say this interrupted quench is called the Mark quenching. And this, instead of calling it Mark tempering, it is better to say call this Mark quenching, because it is closer to, because the same phenomena we are actually quenching, and further quenching beyond the start of the Martensite there is an interruption, and this interrupted quenching is called as the Mark quenching. And once the temperature is held at this level for a certain period of time, after that again further cooling is performed to transform it to Martensite. So the problem of residual stresses and the quench cracks, that is removed by this heat treatment process known as Mark quenching.